And I'm quoting from a book entitled A Planned Deception, The Staging of a New Age Messiah by Constance E. Cumby, author of The Hidden Dangers of the Rainbow, Point Publishers, Incorporated, copyright 1985. And I quote from page 67, another book on the unicorn is a little different, entitled De Historia et Veritate Unicornis, meaning on the history and truth of the unicorn. The book tells a strange story. The author says, having passed through the esoteric 60s, I am no stranger to arcane personages with mysterious errands. He claims he received a letter handwritten in elegant italic script, the letter signed Frater Iamblicus. Ask Michael Green, the author, for a meeting, and Green, because of his arcane 60s experiences, did agree to the strange rendezvous. Within a week it was held. At that time, Green met a thin, cowled figure. He complimented Green on his recent book, the newly published Unicorn Notebook. Then the visitor asked him if he would like to see the Holy Beast. Green said yes. The cowled visitor next showed and interpreted an ancient document for him. The cowled man called it the Codex Unicornis, the history and truth of the unicorn. Michael Green then purportedly was told that this was the treasure of the venerable Master Magnalucius and the treasure of our Collegium Gnosticum, which he founded. Green then was told, probably accurately, that the members of this college, the Gnostics, had gathered across many countries, but were united by Magnalucius's teachings, the heart of which is the secret doctrine of the unicorn. What is this secret doctrine? There are interesting scriptural parallels with it and the biblical account of Lucifer's or Satan's fall from heaven. The first unicorn. Wrapped in a cloud came he, by a bright whirlwind borne along. He descended gently from the heavens to the infant fields of earth, even before the fires of its forming were yet. Thus did the unicorn possess the brightness of the light, that he might drive all darkness and obscurity from him. He was called Asalam, of unicorns the firstborn, a creature fearfully wrought and wonderful to behold, bearing a horn of spiral light, that is the sign of Galgalum the guide. In the New Age movement, everyone has a guide. In Luke chapter 10, verse 18, Jesus said, quote, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven, end quote. Old Testament references likewise describe this fall. Isaiah said, quote, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? End quote. Ezekiel vividly depicts Lucifer's pre-fall condition. Quote, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created till iniquity was found in thee. Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 12 through 15, King James Version. The imagery of the unicorn and the promised destruction it brings in its wake is interesting from two standpoints. Biblically, and for giving one insights into New Age mindsets. I have found the New Age movement and its underlying all-pervasive occultism to be a nearly mirror-perfect image of biblical history and prophecy. And as such, ladies and gentlemen, it is a mass movement in which virtually everything the Bible foretells as a negative, the movement claims as a positive, and conversely, everything the Bible gives as a positive is claimed to be a negative by movement adherents. For example, the Bible characterizes heaven as man's ultimate pleasure. In the New Age movement, it is characterized as boring. and a movement which is obviously characterized by mass, even sought-after possession, although its proponents see themselves in touch with benevolent spirits or benevolent space brothers or channeling the masters, it is not surprising to see Luciferic images so adulated. Therefore, it is also logical that the movement's myths appear to be a mirror image backwards version of biblical accounts.